Good morning, it's Andrew Smith from Royal LePage Kelowna. Welcome to Coffee with Andy for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. 100 residential sales last month. So we're at the end of the month. We're going to do the monthly recap. 100 residential sales last month with a median sale price of $947,000. Slightly down from the 127 that we recorded January of 2025, and also down from the 137 that we generated the previous month, December 2025. Kind of a similar story with condos. 55 residential sales January, this past January, and compared to 63 the January 2025 So we're not getting out of the gate really as quickly as we'd like to. But I think overall, let's just give it a general shrug collectively, because it's January. January is typically one of the slowest months, if not the slowest month. And for numbers to show up in January, it means they were looking in November, December, and there's not a lot of people out and about looking in November, December, and maybe they wrote their offers and they firmed up early January or late December. So it's kind of around that holiday season. But in fairness, it was slightly off from the previous year. But again, the numbers are so small both months and every single month around this time of year that I don't think it's a big deal. I think the real estate calendar is different than the calendar. If we had a real estate calendar, it would go 3 extra months. We'd be celebrating Christmas the end of March, and New Year's would be April 1st. The first quarter is kind of a tail off of what happened the previous year, and the new market for the new year begins in the spring. And I don't see why this year is going to be any different. Last year wasn't different. Was like that. Every other year is like that. So we're really going to get a sense once we get into April of what things are going to be like this year. Everybody is genuinely optimistic that it's going to be incrementally better than last year. Still somewhat of a disconnect between buyers and sellers, but isn't there always? The buyers are, if they have the luxury of time, they're sitting around waiting, hoping more listings come on in the springtime. And in fairness, they always do. And as far as sellers are concerned, they're stubborn with their prices because the market always catches up to them if they have the luxury of time on their side. And they're right too, unless it's really if it's $150,000 overpriced, it'll sell eventually, but it might be a decade from now. But if you're 2, 3, 4% priced over market, it will catch up to you. You will generate an offer eventually if you've got the time. Predictions for February. I think things are going to get a little bit better this month, and I predict around 150 would be hitting it out of the park, but I'm going to estimate that we'll have 140, 145 residential sales in February, which was on par what happened last year, and we'll be out of the gate again. The first quarter is going to turn out to be okay. Thanks for reading. Don't turn it off just yet. We're Starbucks on Bertram Starbucks, beside the Shell station on the highway. Kind of playing yacht rock here, and seems to be the post-workout, post-yoga crowd. Drop the kids off at school, come have a coffee crowd here. A lot of baseball caps. You don't usually see that. I think these are locals. I think it's a local Starbucks if you're coming into any of these places, even on the highway in early February in the winter. But yeah, it's nice. Everyone's working. Everyone's doing stuff. 6 workers, 15 people in here. It's a pretty good ratio. Everything's quick. Anyway, sorry for avoiding the boycott just for a day. If you knew what was going on, it was a bit of an emergency. We'll be back to good coffee shops next week. Thanks for watching.